Fasham's and Brian in particular were spot on in interpreting our brief. But beyond that, it wasn't a fixed brief. It was, as we've said, it was a collaboration. That it was an enjoyable process to go through that collaboration.
I think the journey of building with Fasham was very easy because the people they listened and they tried the things that we suggested.
The early design part was actually quite easy, wasn't it?
It was. We had I think our first meeting with Brian and Emma in our old house on this block, and it was a really, really hot day. And I remember we talked about a lot about how to keep the house cool in the summer and how we could keep a house warm in the winter. Sort of design properties about heating and cooling.
And then Brian went away and drew us a drawing based on our spoken requirements, and with very few alterations we just said, that's really good, we'll have that, thanks.
I think Fasham are really good at guiding you through the design process and then through the build process.
For us, the building process was made so much easier because they gave us homework and they broke everything down into small chunks and asked us to go off and do things and give them the information that they needed to go to the next process. But it was never onerous, and they just worked with us so closely to make it as easy as possible for us.
Well, when we decided to build, we've had friends that have done renovations and additions and things, and all the views that we'd had was it's the most stressful thing in people's life, and it's a terrible process and it'll just be awful. But to the contrary, none of that happened.